Hello, this is Pete recording the first episode of White Belt BJJ, or White Belt Radio, or we don't know yet. Yeah. We have Anthony, the Adonis, White Belt. We got Cyrus, the Virus, White Belt. And we got me, Blue Belt, shitty Blue Belt. And these two White Belts are rolling right now.
No.
Listening to some music.
Using tackle techniques.
Hanging out in Tony's garage. We set up some mats over here. We're just getting a little rolling before the Super Bowl Sunday. We got the Patriots versus the Falcons. I haven't watched football since starting Jiu-Jitsu, so I don't know who's got what on each team. Cyrus is laying across Tony in a loving way. Now Tony's got the half guard on him. Cyrus is a big boy. He's putting a lot of pressure on my friend Tony right now. Cyrus has got the underhook and the crossface. Tony is flat on his back. He's not doing too well right now. I would recommend that Tony gets some sort of lockdown to control Cyrus.
I don't even know what leg I have.
There you go. Stretch him out a little bit. Try to pull that weight off of you downward, south, Tony. You guys are about to bump into Tony's Harley. I think I should stop this, but I'm having way too much fun commentating. Alright, you're about to hit the peg. Okay. Reset. We got a full little peg, everybody. This is riveting. Very nice. Cyrus is coming up to a spider type position.
Yeah.
Cyrus clearly missed weight. Let's see if we can get in closer so you can hear the sweat coming off of them. Oh, Tony's got an Oma. Here we go. Block the legs. Sneak out the backside, Tony. Cyrus is gooning him. Cyrus is still on top. Tony's got the omoplata locked in still. Don't know what's going to happen. Cyrus's side is crushing Tony's face right now. I wish I had video, guys.
Secret spanking technique.
Cyrus is able to spank Tony physically, but he's being the nice guy and not doing so. Let's see what Tony can do here. Tony, if you can sneak under that body, you can come out on top and get a side control. But Cyrus knows that now, so I'm sorry about that.
I'm not going to give this to you, dude.
If you can push him away like a squat. Tony's tapping. Tony's tapping. Very odd position. Very good, guys.
Yeah.
Very good.
Get in my guard.
We are recording. This is 3 minutes in. Say what up.
Hello.
What's going on?
Introduce yourselves.
Cyrus. White belt. Heavyweight, ultra heavy. Usually on the ultra heavy side. Just right above the heavyweight.
How much do you weigh actually right now?
I'm like 225, 226 now.
225?
Gotta love, it's fucking Haagen-Dazs. That's what it is.
Haagen-Dazs, huh?
Yeah.
Freaking coffee, delicious.
I'm like not that much. Well, no, if you think I'm like 190, that's like 30 pounds. So that is quite a bit, huh? But once you get into the bigger
Fatty.
ones, once you get into the bigger ones, like it doesn't count as much.
Well,
What
I
are you
mean,
weighing
like,
right now?
170, I think.
170, no?
170, yeah. So I think next comp I'll be able to go to 168.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna shoot for that?
I think so.
Dude, when I was trying to demonstrate on your sister, I was like, I'm gonna break her just by leaning on her.
Yeah, and even when she does chokes and stuff, her bones are so like right there that I was like, holy fuck, this is effective because your bones are like.
Oh right.
Yeah.
that was
Blades.
instant.
She's
Yeah.
so bony that it's like. Argh!
I was going for the triangle. I put my foot on her hip. I was like, I'm gonna hurt you, aren't I?
Yeah.
Just by pushing on this. Yeah. Just we decided to try and do a podcast because most of the podcasts, jiu-jitsu podcasts that we find are just mostly just black belts talking about black belt shit, which is awesome. But we thought it'd be cool to have people who are on the beginning of the jiu-jitsu journey, like sharing their experiences and seeing what are the little small hiccups and little valleys and peaks that we find on the way. Maybe somebody wants to hear about that. So Cyrus, what have you been recently working on?
A guard. So like when you're heavier, of course you want to just like smash people 24/7.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Because it's like easier. And like when people are trying to get on top of you, they're like super light. So it's like whatever. But the main thing is it's kind of like going from guard the weird thing is, like, we don't have that many heavyweight guys in our gym.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I go up against a lot of smaller dudes, and it's weird because when they're smaller, of course, you have all that weight and that pressure, and like if you get them in a weird position, they might just tap from that weird position, or they might just like kind of give up that spot,
Right.
Yeah.
just to get away from that weight, that kind of pressure. But like when you go against like heavyweight dudes, completely the opposite. They're just sitting pretty. They're enjoying it, if anything.
Right.
That's my life when I roll against you.
Yeah. Enjoy it.
I'm working at 600%. You're working at 40%.
He's just using.
Or
Snorlax
and then he just ruins all the technique I have by just sitting on my fucking sternum.
But it's really important to test yourself against a big guy, you know.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, Cyrus, that's a good point. You gotta match up with any big guy that you can whenever you can.
Yeah.
To really test your technique. This is hilarious. Like any black belts that hear this shit, they're gonna make fun of us so much. They're like, no, you fucking idiot! It's a Kimura!
I got that wrong. I was telling a guy about this. And he's like, yeah, like, do you do a lot of Americanas? I'm like, no, I think I just do Kimuras. And like, I showed him, he's like, that's Americana.
I mean, okay, you can get that one. The way I remember it is that like Americans like do thumbs up, and that's the way it's gonna go, right?
That's a terrible way to remember.
Right? Or is it the opposite? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. What are you working on, Tony? What's your latest like plateau? What have you been
Submissions.
finishing?
I can't submit anybody for shit.
Yeah.
I'm like learning recently how to kind of move my hips
Mm-hmm.
and get some positional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm starting to at least improve a tiny bit with the positional stuff, and like know where I'm supposed to be, even though I can't get there. I know where I'm supposed to be.
Right. You know this is a bad position. This
Hips
is a good
this
position.
way, hips that way,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, if he's here, let me move my hips to the out, and that'll give me an escape. But
Right.
I swear, when I get into any kind of like good position, I can't finish for shit.
Right, but that's just like with everything else. Once
Yeah.
you start getting to that position,
Right.
that's when you can start working.
Right,
It's not
right.
like drilling where they just give it to you. Now it's like a live situation. They don't want to be
Right.
tapped out by a white belt if it's an upper belt or something like that.
Right,
So
right.
they're actually trying to.
And
avoid
there's some
it.
fuckers that just won't tap because I'm a white belt.
Right,
They're just fucking. Well, they won't tap.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
There's a couple guys that just will not tap. Yeah.
if you get good technique, then they
have to. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I'm doing
Tap,
it half
snap, or nap.
60%,
Right.
and maybe somebody another white belt will be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna tap."
Right.
But blue belts will be like, "No, earn it."
Right.
Yeah.
Which is fair. You
Yeah.
gotta learn the good technique,
Yeah.
you know? Just like with the when the girls were here, we were showing them some self-defense stuff. I didn't want to tap too early because this is stuff that if they have to use it on the street, they have to know how to use it correctly.
Right,
they can't
right,
think they're
right.
going to do it correctly
Right,
and
right,
mess
right.
up.
So earning it
Earning it.
is the thing.
What was
now.
it? We were talking about that last time. We got a new guy that came in, and I was telling
Does
him,
he
like,
suck?
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
Cool
I mean,
guy
are you
over
beating
here.
him up?
Like, I'm beating him up, but like the thing is,
Don't I
is
know
like,
you don't think of that?
did you see
Fuck yeah, this guy must be garbage. When whoop his ass.
Did you see that meme where it's like blue belts when the new white belts come into the gym? It's Hannibal Lecter.
It's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex looking at it.
No, but like the main thing is like I've not been able to like practice like finishing
Yeah.
or ending like good some submissions until like you get like the new people who
Yes.
don't know shit.
Totally.
And are we allowed to say bad words on this?
Say bad words. Probably don't say names. I don't know if we should say our gyms.
Don't say the N word.
Fuck,
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
fuck nuggets.
Fuck.
No, so I mean like we got this new guy, crazy strong. Like Arizona State was crazy strong, right?
He was pretty strong. He was a wrestler, so he had good base. But
Yeah.
I swept him, and he immediately went belly down. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you don't do that here."
Yeah. There's a couple wrestlers that.
Yeah,
I like.
but once a wrestler like understands what to do and what not to do, they're super powerful on the mats. Especially, I've been told in the lower levels where they can really take advantage of that against less experienced people.
Yeah.
I've heard from one of our brown belts that wrestling, although it doesn't transfer over 1-to-1, like let's say you wrestled for 8 years, you're not like 8 years deep in jiu-jitsu, but it will transfer over 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So like if you're a quote-unquote white belt, you're probably more like a blue or purple
Right,
belt, you know?
right. No, I rolled with one this week, and he was fucking so strong.
Yeah.
He was so fucking strong, and he had he is white belt, like no stripes. And I asked him, I was like, "What's going on here?
Yeah.
Are you like some sort of like I don't know,
Savant.
Israeli operative or something.
It's really.
And he's like, no, I wrestled for 20 years and I was
That's
a
the
wressling
thing.
coach. And I was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like
Then I felt way better about myself.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you. What were you about to say? The strong guy came in?
oh yeah, the strong that guy that came in, I was actually able to practice my guard. You know, the one that I want people to get into.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good to have that.
Yeah.
No, but I actually got to practice some of my finishing ones. That other dude that we work with too, the higher belt one.
Who's teaching?
No, he doesn't teach. He's just one of the dudes, older guy. I get to tap him sometimes every once in a while. That's where I get to practice like my loop chokes and everything
but
like
still,
that.
when upper belts let you work the technique, it's still not 100% like legit because they're not trying.
They're not
They're
trying.
They're
at
not
all.
fighting out.
There's
Yeah.
a difference between obviously they have technique over you, but
Yeah, they're giving you what you earn.
yeah.
Like, I'm starting to get a little better now, and then all of a sudden the purple belts and the blue belts are getting way better now because they're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're opening up the
Right.
floodgates.
Right.
Yeah. People don't want to discourage people on the way in.
The nice ones.
Yeah, exactly. You know, which I kind of think there's some value to a little bit. Like, there's one person who's like, no, I'm not letting him score.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yep.
I got to show him what it's about.
Right,
I think
right.
there's some value in that. But for
Totally.
the most part, you don't want to scare people away.
Especially if you're thinking about competing too,
Yeah,
because they're not going to go easy on you.
exactly. Once I started competing, I started feeling the difference.
Yeah.
For real. Like, did you feel it the first
Hell
time?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
This
this
guy's
is
maxing
legit.
out.
He
And then I
wants to
felt
win.
safe to max out because at
Yeah.
the gym I don't really want to max out
Yeah.
because I don't want to be that asshole.
I still have problems maxing out in competition because I'm afraid to lose cardio. But people say that's very mental. Like, if you're afraid to lose cardio, you're gonna lose cardio.
What do you mean lose cardio?
Like get gassed.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we got basically. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a little bit more than 2 years. I got my blue belt. You're Tony.
About a year.
About a year. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're getting a stripe too. A second
Getting my
stripe.
second stripe.
Very nice,
Yeah.
dude. Congratulations.
Look how cool
Cyrus,
you
how many
are.
months now?
3, 4
No,
months.
it's more than that.
No, I think I started like
Fucking asshole.
It's weird
September?
with Cyrus because
He's so good.
he has a natural ability.
Yeah.
It might be. I still think it's Sam and Nick, his older brothers. I think
Yeah.
that's what made it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just
You have the
natural.
advantage because you have big brothers. I was the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but you have your little brother.
Yeah, that's true.
Freaking
He's a big boy. No,
Yeah,
it was
he's
bigger.
a beast. Yeah.
yeah.
Dang, I wish we can get Tamer involved too, so we can have that fresh guy to have his perspective. You know
Just so
what
we
I mean?
can beat up on
Yeah, so we can destroy him. But you know what I mean?
Shoot
Like
back.
we got a couple guys along
Yeah.
the way. We got a year, we got 2 years, we got a few months. If we had like a fresh one
Yeah.
day guy,
And I'm not understating how important it is to roll with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
right?
Right.
There's a couple things,
Right, because I'll drill. Okay, I'm drilling. We can start the class with drilling. And then I'll try to hit what we just drilled on a blue belt or something that somebody that knows. And it never works because they know it's fucking coming.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I'm doing it wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
It just means they know it's coming and they've got a back door.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So then it's really easy to get discouraged and say, "Oh, I'm fucking doing it wrong."
Mm-hmm.
But you're not. You're not
Yeah.
doing it
Yeah.
wrong. So it's nice to have somebody who doesn't know what you're doing just to prove to yourself that you're doing it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know the basics of the technique and you know them well because of your
Right.
drilling.
Right.
But the other guy knows all those steps too.
In-
Therefore,
yeah, in 4
he
ways to defend
knows
it.
what you need, so he knows what to stop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you have a fresh guy, he doesn't know what to stop. He doesn't know what's happening. So you get to actually work that technique.
Yeah.
And like I've noticed that as I've gotten a little bit higher up the ranks, like I get more guys that I can practice on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
More guys that it'll work on.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you can hone that finishing
Right.
technique.
I have maybe 2
Yeah.
that I'm
'Cause-
like, oh, I could triangle this for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surviving is super useful too.
Yeah.
Surviving against those upper belts. That's a very, very important thing.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I've heard that it's important to have new guys come in because they're going to do crazy shit that you're not going to expect. Because we get caught in a little bit of a rut in jiu-jitsu because everybody knows the techniques. Everybody knows, if one arm goes in, one
Yeah,
arm goes
it
out,
becomes a
triangle's
dance.
coming.
Yeah.
It becomes more of a dance, a
Yeah.
back and forth. Whereas if it's a fresh person, they're going to spaz out and do something weird. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
You have to hone that ability as well to adjust with that
Right,
spazziness.
right.
Yeah.
I might elbow you around the fucking face.
Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to adjust and get out of the way and work that real basic stuff, that position over submission,
Yep.
getting them out, making
Yep.
them feel bad, you know?
Yeah, give him
Feel
crossroads
bad.
and then know which way he can go.
Mm-hmm.
Give him 2 options and you are aware of both ways he can go, you know?
Right. But then he might do something real weird, like gator roll for no reason.
Hey! What was that shot for?
Cyrus
Hey, I showed you some legit gator roll. What's it called? Anaconda stuff.
Yeah. A little late though.
Yeah.
Freaking black belt moited me.
He's been randomly gator rolling since his first dance.
So my first
Hold on to a knee and gator roll.
Put him in a guillotine gator roll. The two major techniques.
It was like one of my first 10 taps was that anaconda. And I was a white belt, and I got it like, I think he was a blue belt, like a 3-stripe blue belt or something. He was letting me work 100%.
Yeah.
But he was turtled up, and he's all like, all right, let's see what you can do.
Yeah.
And the coach who showed me it was across the gym. I haven't seen him in a while. But anyways, like he saw me locking it in, and I gator roll, and I got it. And he's like, yeah, Pete. I'm like, this, I'm learning jiu-jitsu.
I'm going to be honest. I've probably only tapped someone 10 times in a year.
You have 10 taps?
I probably have 10 taps.
Total?
Maybe a little more.
Right.
I'm going to say it's between 10 and 20 taps.
All right.
Ever.
Okay, that's normal.
Yeah.
Think about how many other belts there are above you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, as you stick with it,
and I'm trying to not let
more
that
going to come
discourage
in
me.
underneath, you know?
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to do that more often.
Like,
Wow,
I'm
you
trying
only have,
my
like,
hardest
10
to get that to
20
not
taps?
discourage me, because I can't tap anybody. I'm like getting the positional stuff. Okay, we're learning slow. But the tap stuff is just not there yet.
Right.
It just hasn't come. It's weird.
Do you have a lot of white belts in your place?
Not really.
See, because like we get a fresh batch every once in a while.
It's
and
been
that's
pretty
the people I
good
get to tap.
recently.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a couple guys. There's one guy who's a cop. And I think 4 of my 20 taps were in a row. I triangled them 4 times in a row. And that was right before that competition where I got that guy in a triangle.
Right.
And that's why, because I had a white belt who was sucked more than
You
me.
had to practice.
Yeah.
You had to practice.
And I got some practice getting it to work.
Yeah.
And then that was when I understood the importance of like, oh fuck, I need somebody who kind of sucks. That could be me.
Right.
Just somebody who
You need
doesn't
a
know how-
grappling dummy, in a way.
You need a grappling dummy so you can try it, get the
Yeah.
right angle, boom, it worked, fuck, and then something clicked.
Yeah.
And then that weekend I went to a competition, triangled the guy.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, and they were totally connected to that time that I rolled with the white belt
For
and
sure.
triangled them 4 straight times.
Yeah.
Because I felt like something was like, that's how you fucking do it, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just need a little bit more of that. Of like somebody where he's going to turtle up on me, I'm going to get him an anaconda, it's going to fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
So I can start to get that digging into my brain, you know what I
Automatic,
mean? But
yeah.
that's something that's just not coming easy right now. Is
Just
tapping people.
Just like anything else, it's the process. You know, for the longest time, like I didn't even think of tapping as a viable goal. It's
Right.
not in your range.
Right.
You know,
Me neither.
surviving is in your range.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like so. If I got through a roll without tapping, that was huge.
Me too. It's
You know
huge
what I
to me
mean?
right now. Yep.
Still,
Yeah.
there's some days when I'm just worn out, and that's still my goal. You know what I mean? Just survive. You know, don't even. I mean, try to attack if it's there. Go for it, but you got to survive sometimes.
Right.
Getting back to the thing you said about the tournament, leading into the tournament, you got that practice and finish that thing.
Yeah.
That triangle. I have a similar experience. I think I've kind of figured out how I should go into tournaments. I feel like there's a couple different ways that you should train. One of the ways is just like you kind of beat yourself down, you wear yourself out. Maybe you lift before going to the gym, so you really work that before the dojo. So you really work that technique. You know what I mean? So you're really weak and you have to get the right technique. But there's other stages in like when you're leading into a tournament that you have to really get that rest and really train that tournament pace.
Right.
So instead of beating yourself up going 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off, and really grinding yourself down, go 1 day on, 2 days off, 1 day on, 1 day off. Give yourself that rest so you come in feeling like Superman.
So you're chomping at the bit, yeah.
Yeah, so you're chomping at the bit to get in there, and you're doing better.
Yeah.
So it's training yourself to be in that winning mentality instead of that acquiring technique mentality.
And there's a total like false idea too before a competition. I'm only them too, but there's a false kind of thing narrative that goes on in your head that like fuck, I need to cram as much technique as I can, and that's not true.
I got that too.
However good you were 2 weeks before the competition is how good you're going to be.
You're not going to get better in 3 days.
Right. So just be rested going into the motherfucker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It took me like 3 or 4 comps to realize that.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? I'm not going to learn a takedown in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and again, disclosure, I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. I'm just telling you what I think as a white belt.
I feel like every other sentence we should be saying that.
Disclosure.
No, as a 2-year blue belt. Like, as a 1-year white belt. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro, but...
Yeah. This is a podcast about what we think as people who don't know anything.
And we understand that. We realize it. Please don't think that we think we're masters or something like that. We just thought maybe it'd be valuable to have some people who are on the beginning of their journey, maybe someone will relate to it. And it's fucking fun. We get together and roll around a little bit and maybe just talk about jiu-jitsu for a little bit because I love talking about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. It's
I
getting
love
big
speak to
too,
yourself,
man.
I'm a master.
This whole like podcast culture is like somehow strangely revolves around jiu-jitsu now. Like Rogan, of course. The Rogan stuff. Then that Jocko guy.
A few people talk shit about Rogan. Like, I'm tired of hearing about him. And I get that.
Well, he's fucking annoying. But
I totally get that.
It can be annoying, yeah.
But there's so many things that he's brought my attention to that I would have never even heard of.
Right.
I would have never started jiu-jitsu if I didn't do this. I wouldn't be, taking care of my health and stuff.
Yeah.
But, all right, we don't have to talk about Rogan all day. But
right. I mean, I wouldn't have learned about Graham Hancock. I wouldn't have learned.
So
I wouldn't have went
much
to the jungle in Peru.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have went.
We wouldn't have went to the jungle in Peru. We can get into that in a later episode.
Yeah. But there's a bunch of people now. I got a buddy, because I used to do CrossFit.
Uh-huh.
I did CrossFit for 2-3 years. And I got a CrossFit coach now who wants to do jiu-jitsu because he's listening to that Jocko Willick podcast.
Jocko's crazy.
Yeah, and he's like,
really cool.
I fucking love
to.
that guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, every other word he says is jiu-jitsu. So there's like this weird crossover now. All the comedians are doing it.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking weird time to be around it. You know what I mean? Because everybody's talking about it. Everybody's doing it. My brother's doing it.
Even people who don't.
All my friends do it.
Yeah. Even people who don't know exactly what it is, they know what UFC is, they know what MMA is, and you can explain to them, like, oh, it's the stuff that they do on the ground.
Right, that's got a lot to do with it, too, huh? The UFC is getting popular.
Ronda Rousey, Conor McGregor, bringing attention to the from the mainstream. But, yeah, man, it's fucking awesome.
What was it? Oh, yeah. Is your gym kind of like a little bit more popular than most? Or it's like a little bit more renowned, if you will?
I don't know. Should we be getting into gyms and gym names?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe not.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say like what gym. I'm just saying like because you're telling me that you're not getting a lot of white belts, and like the white belts that do come in are like intense wrestlers.
Also,
like,
disclaimers: I go train at lunch.
Yeah.
So I'm getting higher belts at lunch, and I don't go at night. And I think most of the white belts go at night.
Oh, okay.
I need to start going.
Throw one in.
I need to start going. Yeah, there's like a combative thing every Tuesday night that is super fun.
They're gonna start narrowing it down.
I know.
Oh, there's combative on Tuesday, huh? We'll figure this out.
Yeah, and then like the owner comes in a seminar sometimes at night, and like last week he did a 2-hour seminar on Thursday, and I fucking missed it because I trained at lunch. Mm-hmm. And I'm not at this point. I'm not a huge train a couple times a day kind of guy. Mm-hmm. Just because I don't want to.
No,
I've done it a couple times.
Me too, and I get exhausted, man. It kind of burns me out.
Usually, if the first one, like if I do a noon one, and I'm like, I didn't really get too much good work in, maybe I'll go back later.
Right.
Yeah.
The new ones are really slow.
Do you guys have anybody at your gym
Yeah.
that you think doesn't like you?
I have a lot of people that I think don't like me. Like some people who ignore you when you're walking, and you're just like, yeah, okay.
I don't think so.
Really?
Maybe before I thought so, but at the white belt, even if you're just a white belt, even if you show up all the time, people have this weird thing in their head about white belts. I always say it's like Platoon, like the movie Platoon. Like nobody wants to learn your name,
Band of Brothers,
until they know you're going to stick around. Because there's so many people that come in and leave. Like, why am I going to learn your name?
Right.
There's no point. Just like in Platoon, why am I going to learn your name? You're probably just going to die this week.
Right. It's like Band of Brothers too, where they were just like shitting on the guys who hadn't seen like an actual fight yet.
Yeah.
Even though they're also is weird. Yeah.
And then also you kind of get in your. This is with life, anyways. Like someone will give you a stank eye, but it usually has nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
it has to do with their own stuff.
Yeah, they're just fucking pissed off.
Yeah, and if they give you a stink eye and they don't talk to you about it, if they have a problem with you, then fuck it. Why are you even worried about it? Fuck them.
Right.
Come to me and talk to me if you have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I accidentally, I try my absolute hardest not to be a spazzy white belt.
Yeah.
Like, it is something that, like, pervades every thought that I have in there. Like, don't elbow this guy in the face. Yeah. Don't knee him in the face. Because you're just moving randomly, And my move is not clean or anything. So sometimes I'll catch a guy with an elbow on accident.
Right.
And I'm like, and I just apologize profusely. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm so sorry. But there's this blue belt that accidentally elbows going through. He was in my guard, and I was going for a Kimura on his left arm.
You came up on.
And I came up and I chipped him with my elbow. And ever since then, he's been kind of giving me some stank eye, and he won't roll with me. And I'm like, God damn
That's
it.
fine. Don't
I know.
He's just one guy.
I know. And I just like, God damn it. But this is something that, he probably did when he was white belt too, and I understand that. And I just want to roll with him just so I can like let him tap me. Just to like say sorry, you know what I mean?
I'm not that guy.
Yeah, like,
Somebody,
because, I was rolling with a white belt the other day, and he fucking poked my eyeball, kneed me in the goddamn temple where I was like getting headaches for the whole weekend, and in the same roll, I want to say he like shoved his fingers in my mouth. Ew. And this is like three times in a 1 5-minute roll. And like, I was thinking to myself, like, God damn it, like I cannot be this guy. You know what I mean? Because like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're not getting better by poking me in the eye.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Calm down.
Not getting better. That's the big thing.
There's no
sometimes. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. There's no right image of a dude putting his fingers.
It was
in.
gross. That was fucking disgusting. Man. All salty and shit.
Sometimes, you know, I don't think I'm much of a spaz.
Yeah.
Like, somebody gave me a compliment once, which, as a white belt, but I didn't know it was a compliment at the time.
Yeah.
He was, like, injured, and he came up to me, like, oh, I'll roll with you. You're not going to hurt me. I was like, excuse me?
Like, is that a compliment? Or?
Yeah, and he's like, no, it's a compliment. I'm like, all right. But even now, I'll get spazzy if I'm overtrained. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll go for weird shit
you need it,
because I'm trying too hard.
Yeah.
If my nervous system's wrecked, there's no subtlety in the nervous system. There's no like, oh, let me give 20, let me give 40, let me give 60, 70. It's either 0 or 100. And you're like, really trying or you're not trying. It's on or off. Your muscles are on or off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's where the spazziness comes in for me. And then I'll just be like, man, something's wrong with me today. Because it'll be a day where I'll accidentally hit somebody, like a knee or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's a fluke. It happens all the time. Then I'll do it like again later in another roll or something like that. I'm like, oh, no. I'm overtrained probably.
Yeah. You don't have control of everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we are 27 minutes in.
That's good.
Yeah, we could call it a day for the first one. See, about the gym thing, I was going to say that I can't think of any reasons not to, really, except I don't want to be made fun of.
Yes, that's my number one reason. I don't want to
Yeah, sir, just on a podcast.
Yeah.
So. But besides that, like, I don't think there's any. Maybe eventually we'll just do it.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can say that Tony's at another gym and me and Cyrus are at the same gym.
Yeah.
And, we're having a great time learning it. Hopefully we'll end up posting this and I don't bitch out and not post it because I'm self-conscious.
No, now you have to.
Yeah, basically I wasted our time. Might as well do it now.
Yeah.
But, so this concludes the first episode of White Belt Radio.
Sure.
White Belt Radio, you like it? I'm a blue belt, but it's just the idea of white belt. You know,
right,
white belt mentality.
Yeah.
What did they say? Black belt's not a white belt that didn't quit.
That too.
Right?
Yeah.
It's one of those cliches.
It's about learning the right way to do it.
Yeah, and all the stupid shit that you'll say along the way to learning the right way.
Yeah.
Right? All right, guys. Thanks for listening. This concludes the first episode of the White Belt podcast. White Belt Radio.
White Belt Radio.
Yeah, White Belt Radio!